you're in class, you look at one of your trainees and they look like this. Then maybe a week later, you hear through the grapevine that you didn't teach something, even though you know you did. My name is Jay Bryant, and I'm a learner engagement specialist and corporate trainer. And we're going to talk about how to get the highest amount of learner engagement possible. How do we get that top level of engagement from our learners when we're teaching things? So there was an article by Able Connect through Harvard University, and it stated that students are most engaged. The absolute highest amount of learner engagement occurs when the material is linked or connected in some way to their own personal experiences. It is relevant to the learner the most when that material is connected automatically or made to connect to their own personal experiences. If this doesn't happen, the learner could check out during class, as in they could just, you could see them and they'll be looking like just bored looking, or eventually they may even check out of work, as in leave the job altogether, because what was being taught, what was being done at the job does not align with their own personal purpose, interests, experience, whatever it might be. So that's the problem that we have to always keep in mind. We always have to keep in mind, is this material relevant to their personal experiences? And if it's not, how can we make it so? So we're going to talk about 3 solutions to that, how to get the highest amount of learner engagement possible. So the first one is to actually have conversations with trainees or complete activities that tell you more about their job and their personal interests. So the activities that can do this are usually some type of icebreaker, some type of question, sometimes maybe like an open-ended question. Good examples of this could include putting a question in the chat or writing one on the board or just asking one out loud. It could be, what's your favorite movie? Uh, what is your favorite thing to drink? What's your favorite food? These are all things that you can begin to learn about the trainee, and then you can incorporate some of those answers because you're going to find some commonalities. You can incorporate these answers into the material as you're teaching. So how is the percentage of this, how's this percentage right here similar to a large slice of pizza? You know, there's a percent, that slice of pizza is a percentage of the whole pizza. Similar to how this system right here is a percentage, a part of the entire larger umbrella system. That's just an example. There's also a couple of other activities as well, and I'll be doing a series including some of the activities that I love to use to engage trainees and to gather information, like I'm mentioning here, about the trainees so that we can link the material to them. The second one is to connect these personal activities to problems to what they are learning. So we kind of already talked about that. Connect what you learn in these activities to what they are learning. And that may be done automatically beforehand by the instructional designers when they make the material. They may mention some common linking experience between the material or the programs and the learners, or you might have to do it yourself. That's okay. Either way, you can get the desired result. And then the third thing is after learnings, strategically spaced retrainings in order to battle the forgetfulness of what was learned. So immediately, and I don't remember the exact percentage, there's something called a forgetting curve. And what happens is that the trainee oftentimes forgets. The more time that passes without a refresher after they finish the training, the more they'll forget. Now, but if they have a refresher at specific times after their training, maybe let's say they have one 3 days later, 30 days later, and then uh, 60 days later. That will battle that what's called forgetfulness curve. So after learnings are things that you can give to your trainees that they can reference. And of course, time will have to be allotted for them to do that. And that all depends on the work environment. Maybe they take the time for themselves. Maybe you just send a reminder. Maybe they set up their own reminder. So, hey, go through this after learning, just a refresher on what we went through during the training, and it'll help keep it fresh on their mind. Okay. And with that, they'll then be able to go out and they'll be able to demonstrate or continue to demonstrate what you've taught them. And of course, during class, they'll have had the highest amount of learner engagement possible. I remember this stuff really works, you all, because I remember there was a corporate trainer that I was working with, and she said, Jay, I'm too monotone. There's no way I can keep them engaged with the material. I'm afraid that I won't be able to do that. And I told her this same stuff. I told her, make the material connect to the trainees. Whether the material already does that, or if you have to do it manually, you don't have to be the most energetic person. You don't have to be the most hype person, hey, when you're training. Some people are like that. But this particular corporate trainer, she said she was monotone. She did have a chill vibe. She was very just kind of laid back. But I told her to do this. She reported back to me that she had a class completely engaged with the material using what I told her. She told me that she was also able to form connections with several of the trainees on a one-on-one level because of the commonalities that were found. So you all, if your L&D team, your learning and development team, or your trainees, or your corporate trainers, anyone involved in learning development struggle with learner engagement, they're struggling with learner engagement and need some help, I'm here. Again, I'm Jay Bryan, Learner Engagement Specialist and Corporate Trainer. If you need help, reach out to me at www.jbryanspeaks.com. Again, that's www.jbryanspeaks.com. Or you can reach out at info@jbryanspeaks.com. Again, info@jbryanspeaks.com. That is my email. Reach out, inquire. I'd be glad to see if we can meet your needs. All right, and with that, again, just to recap before we head out, 3 ways to get the highest learner engagement possible and keep the learner engagement. Number 1, have conversations with your trainees to find out, what's important to them. What kind of experiences have they had in life or on jobs previously? Number 2, connect those experiences to the material, whether manually or if the material is designed to kind of have that in there. And then number 3, after learnings, that will keep the information fresh on their minds that they were so highly engaged with. So again, I'm Jay Bryan, Learner Engagement Specialist and Corporate Trainer, and I will see you all on the next video. Y'all have a great one. Peace.